Hello everyone, I'm Ritu Raj. I'm a student of IIM Trichy. Today I am going to talk about the condition of NPA. I'll briefly touch upon what is NPA, why is it caused, and at the last I'll brief you about what impact does NPA have on Indian banking industry. Now, what is NPA? When a borrower stops paying interest or the principal of a loan, then the lender will lose money. So that situation, that loan is known as NPA. Now, Indian banking industry is severely affected by NPA. Now, to elaborate, you may note that for a bank, the loan given by bank is considered as its asset. So, if a principal or the interest or both the components of the loan is not being serviced to the lender, then it would be considered as non-performing asset. Uh, Generally, the specified period of time is 90 days in most of the countries and across various lending institutions. However, it is not a thumb rule and it will vary according to the terms and conditions agreed. Now, let us look upon the definition of NPA, which is given by RBI. An asset, including a leased asset, becomes non-performing when it ceases to generate income for the bank. What can be the possible reason for NPA? Let's discuss about that. First of all, it can be the diversification of funds to unrelated business. It can be fraud. It can be lapses due to diligence. It can be business losses due to changes in business and regulatory environment. The general slowdown of entire economy. For example, after 2011, there was a slowdown in Indian economy, which resulted in a very fast growth of NPA. Also, NPA can be in a specific industry. For example, if there is a slowdown in a specific industrial segment, therefore companies in that area will bear the heat and some may become NPA. Now, also, there are several managerial decisions that may lead to NPA. For example, if you are doing the unplanned um expansion of the corporate houses during the boom period, you have taken the loan at low rates and later being serviced at high rates, it will result into an NPA due to misgovernance and policy paralysis, which hampers the timeline and speed of the projects, and therefore loan become NPAs. Also, there is a lot of competition in the market. This competition can throw out any player from the market, which might in turn result in NPA. A bad lending practice can be a important reason for an NPA. So these all are the basic reasons for an NPA. Now I'll talk about what are the impact of NPAs. The impact of NPAs, obviously lenders will suffer a lowering of profit margin. There will be a stress in the banking sector because less money is available to fund other projects. Therefore, there will be a negative impact on larger national economy. Uh, as Due to NPAs, banks will charge a higher interest rate to maintain the profit margin. As investment stucks, it may result in unemployment. In case of public sector bank, what do you say? The bad health of bank means a bad return for a shareholder, which means that government of India gets less money as a dividend. Therefore, it may impact easy deployment of money for social and infrastructural development and results in social and political cost. Investors do not get rightful returns. As mentioned earlier, I'll briefly tell the impact of NPA on Indian economy. More than 7 lakh crore worth loan are classified as non-performing assets in India. The fatigue roughly translates to near 10% of all loan given. This means that about 10% of loans are never paid back, resulting in substantial loss of money to the banks. When restructured and unrecognized sector are added, the total stress would be 15 to 20% of the loan. Uh, Restructuring norms which are there are being misused. The bad performance is not a good sign and can result in crashing of banks, as it happened in subprime crisis of 2008 in United States of America. NPA crisis in India is set to worsen. Also, the NPA in India is worst when compared to other emerging economies in the BRICS. So there is a need to formulate some policies so that Indian government can be better prepared to tackle the NPS. Thank you.